Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here. I got another video. Hopefully I'll have the energy to shave and cut my nails today and do some grooming or whatever. But anyway, hope everyone's well, as I say. The weather here in the UK still is a bit touch and go, shall we say. It's not the best, but I know it's kind of approaching winter anyway. But anyway, obviously I'm back with another video about Black history and dyslexia awareness, which, as I say, falls on the same month. So for anyone who's watched some of my previous videos, so I thought I'd talk about some ideas, and hopefully someone out there or some people out there will enjoy my video, and hopefully I won't repeat too many ideas or points. So anyway, here goes. So my goals, this is another one of my list videos, but as I said before, I'll try and vary them a little bit and do something different. But for now, for the first week, I thought I'd do my list videos, because then I could talk about some of my goals for the future. So anyway, here goes. I'll try not to waffle too much. But so number one, with the name Black History and dyslexia awareness, that's the first thing. Is I thought of, instead of calling them Black History, and instead of just calling it Black History, I thought Black History and Empowerment would be quite a good name for, like, so Black History and Empowerment Month and Dyslexia Awareness and Empowerment Month, with the emphasis that it's about empowering people. So it's like positive stories, for instance, or encouraging more Black people into, or Black and or dyslexic people into like STEM fields, and especially technology and things like that. So all around the world, especially in Africa. So yeah, so like I think that's the name, Black History and Empowerment Month and Dyslexia Awareness and Empowerment, the names respectively, I think would be really cool. But I'd love to know what you think about that. What sort of name do you think Black History Month and Dyslexia Awareness Month should be given? And do you think it should be called Black History and Empowerment Month and Dyslexia Awareness and Empowerment Month, or something else? So I'd love to hear, as ever, your suggestions or thoughts on each of these ideas. But that's what I thought I'd start with. Number two, I'd love to promote, as I often wish to do, my goals for empowering Africa, especially as a continent. Of course, every possible country, all the 54 countries in Africa, and the approximately 1 billion or so people, to be empowered through technology, including my fellow dyslexics in Africa, and to focus on empowering Africa in STEM generally, but especially technology, and especially women, and starting with young girls. I know I've talked about that a bit before, so please forgive me for repeating that point, but to me it's a really important point, and I wish to work on that as much as possible to help Africa to become the best it can be, especially with technology, but again, STEM generally, and that sort of thing. Number three, I'd love to encourage and support more Black and or dyslexic people to share their views, like what freedom means to them, supporting each other's projects and businesses, for instance, supporting Black YouTubers, or Black and or dyslexic YouTubers. Again, whatever ideas I have could apply to both communities, I think, and I'd love to talk about and listen to other people's thoughts as ever about what they think are things that Black and or dyslexic people have in common, and where we're different as well. I wish to support the Black community as another minority, as like an Anglo-Indian. I think it'd be great for Anglo-Indians to support the Black community, and I hope to make videos about why I think Anglo-Indians should support the Black community, as well as other mixed race groups and Eurasians generally, like people of colour supporting each other generally as well. Number four, again, I'd love to, maybe in the future, if I had the chance, I'd love to interview Black people about their political views, and maybe even some Black politicians themselves, like people like Diane Abbott, or people who are part Black as well. Maybe even Obama, but I doubt it. But no, I mean, like, on a serious note, like people who are part Black, like Chukwuma, but also especially people who are fully Black, if you know what I mean. Like say, like Diane Abbott is one of the few Black female politicians, to hear their views, and that sort of thing, and yeah, to empower more people from Black and dyslexic and other minority groups and disadvantaged groups, like disabled people generally, people with other learning disabilities and physical disabilities and mental disabilities as well, to get into politics, and to hear from the B.A.M.E, Black and ethnic minority, minority ethnic, as they put it, communities about their political views and lobbying, and like things like Operation Black Vote and things like that. I'd love to interview people in the future from those organisations, like Blackademic, the YouTube channel, or whatever Black and stroke or dyslexic YouTube channels are, especially for October. If I get to interview them, maybe next year I'll get the chance, or if or maybe this year if I'm really lucky. But obviously with COVID, it's quite difficult. Number 5, I'd love to hear from Black and stroke or dyslexic people about their political or just general ambitions, like YouTube, or what they would like to be when they grow up, especially younger people, obviously, or how they can be helped to achieve their potential, or fulfill their ambitions, obviously, especially younger people, because for older people, probably not going to be as easy. But even people who are starting off in the world of work, if you like, or starting off in their careers, how they would like to advance and how they could be helped in advancing, and that sort of thing. Number 6, I'd also like to talk about a little bit about football as well, like I often do, but I mainly wish to focus on Black and stroke or dyslexic people generally, but some of the things I might do might be a little bit different. But that's the general theme, as I say. Number 7, I hope that God himself will bless Black and stroke or dyslexic people in October, especially. Obviously, that'll be up to God whether he listens to me or not, but not that, as I know I often say this, so please forgive me again for repeating myself, but I'm not the most religious or spiritual or whatever, but I do believe in God. But yeah, so although I'm not a churchgoer or anything like that, but I still hope that God will bless Black and stroke or dyslexic people. And I was thinking as well recently about when people tithe to the churches or give to the religious communities, whatever religious communities they are. I think, I know I'm focusing mainly on Black and stroke or dyslexic people for this month, but I think generally, again, I'd love to hear your views to the contrary, or whether you agree with me or not. But as I say, as ever, all views accepted. But instead of tithing or giving to religious organisations or anything like that, I wonder if it would be better to put that money into community organisations which help disadvantaged communities, whether they're disabled people or poor people generally, or oppressed minorities, or disadvantaged minorities at least, to empower them, not just to give money, but also training, like how to build their own business, how to create their own YouTube channels and grow their own YouTube channels and get mentors and things like that. So instead of making the pastors or people who, the religious people, the religious leaders, so to speak, rich, I wonder if it would be better to help the oppressed or disadvantaged people. And again, I'd love to hear what you think about that. And I'd love to make people think, as if I'd like to think about, should I be tithing to the church, or should I be tithing, or whatever you call it, to the church or to a religious organisation, or should I give my money to an organisation which will provide shelter for homeless people? Like where I live, there's like a church which wants money to rebuild their roof. But I was thinking, surely that money could go into helping people who don't even have a house, to help like sheltered accommodation. Like if I had the money, I would love to buy areas where homeless people could go, whoever wants to go there, and get to like a place to stay, shelter, food, and training and things like that. So I think that would be a better use of money. But again, I'd love to hear views either agreeing or disagreeing with me, as ever. But yeah, something I thought about recently, so I thought I'd discuss it. And again, not just giving money, but also giving training and things like that. Number 8, a bit of another one of my controversial ideas. I think that maybe Black and stroke or dyslexic people should be empowered, so we don't feel that we're oppressed, or that we don't become victimized, if you know what I mean. We don't become victims, but we become empowered. So we believe we can run our own businesses and nothing can hold us back. We can find groups and organizations which will give us credit, and that sort of thing. And I think it'd be great if people of color work together. Number 9, I know I've talked about this before, but I think it'd be great. Me personally, I would never encourage people. So I don't want to offend anyone, as I often say, but not that I want to disrespect people who are in those, or anyone really, in those organizations, or anyone really, but and whoever's nice to me, I'm always nice to them if I can help it. But I think it'd be great if more people of color joined the police and didn't join like the military. And again, I know this is another point I'll repeat, but I think if people want to serve, I think they should join the police instead of the military, especially people of color and people with learning disabilities. And I think we could do more to help more people in that way. We could still make sure everyone has justice and still fight terrorism in a different way, rather than going to invade other countries. We can make sure that people at home where we live are safe. I hope that made sense. And number 10, again, I hope to especially help young people, especially young Black people and dyslexics in technology, and in particular in Africa, and maybe to have a purpose like to go to parts of Africa and teach people, so people with black and stroke or dyslexic people, to go to parts of Africa and teach young people about technology, those who are good at technology, obviously, and also to fundraise for technology and that sort of thing. So anyway, I hope I didn't waffle too much, and I'm out. Peace and love.